Subriel Matias, very interesting fighter, 20-1, 20 KOs, and you're probably wondering, man, who did he lose to? We can look it up right here. That loss came in 2020. He lost a unanimous decision. That fight was in Vegas. Petros Ananyan. He actually avenged that loss a couple years after that. He stopped Petros Ananyan. So, he got that one back, but, this guy's been knocking everybody out, literally. When you talk about champions who have that 100% KO ratio, I believe it's only him and Arthur Beterbiev. And dangerous guy, for those who don't know, um, very unfortunate, but somebody actually died at the hands of this guy. Dadashev, rest in peace. I don't know if you guys remember that incident that happened. Let me see when that was. Right here, 2019. Dadashev didn't make it after that fight. He was hospitalized and didn't make it. And you know, 20 knockouts, 20 wins. Obviously, this guy has a ton of power. There's a reason why I would say none of the top dogs at 140, they're saying his name. Now you hear it a little more, but before, man, everybody was staying away from this guy. He has a title now, so I'm sure he's gonna have some opportunities. But I'm gonna keep repeating it. Dangerous fighter. Uh, Not sure Liam Paro is gonna make it out of the 12 rounds. I would be very, very shocked. Liam Paro, 24-0, 15 KOs, 28 years old. He's from Australia. His last fight was against Montana Love, 2023, won by KO. Um, this is one of the guys that our guy. Let me show you. I'm not even pulling it up for you. This is one of the guys that our boy Arnold Barboza has been calling out for years. And this guy decides to challenge himself against Subriel Matias in Puerto Rico. I don't think that's a good idea. I can just drop my prediction right now. It's not. It's not going to be a tough one to decide. I don't think I'm saying anything groundbreaking here. I think Subriel Matias stops him.
Yeah, like you said, Gio, our boy Arnold Barbosa was calling Liam Paro for years now. And for a while there, I didn't give Liam Paro too much credit, because these are these two guys that not too many people know. Um, and they need a name to ascend, and Liam Paro didn't want that fight. And, for whatever reasons he has. So for a while there, and it could be a bias, but when I saw that he signed up for this fight, I was like, okay, got to give that guy a little bit of credit, man, for that. Again, like you said, this guy that he has across from him, one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport, nothing but knockouts, avenged that only loss that he had, and Liam Paro is gonna fight him in the lion's den. So you gotta respect the guy that's gonna take on an assignment like that. I will say Liam Paro did look good in his last outing. I was very impressed. But again, I agree with you. That fighter is not Subriel Matias. Again, this is the Lions Den, one of the biggest punchers, pound for pound, in the sport right now. So, yeah, man, a very dangerous fight. And I'm excited to see this fight. But if Liam Paro is able to somehow beat, you know, this guy Matias, hey, he's a lot better than what we're giving credit for. But I don't see that happening.
Yeah, in Australia, who recently they've challenged for big fights. Of course, you remember Vaquero Navarrete against Liam Wilson, and then Wilson also challenged Valdez. Obviously Tim Zhu versus Fundora. Obviously the Maloney brothers. I don't know who they know, but for some reason they always fight for titles. Insane. But yeah, Australians on the map, man. Shout out to the boxing kangaroo. I don't think he's watching us live right now. If you are, comment. But um, yeah, this should be an interesting fight. I think Liam Paro has to move, box. 99.9% of the crowd is going to be pro Subriel Matias. We'll see how many Australians make it out there to Puerto Rico. I think this is good. It's good for Puerto Rico. We don't get too many fights over there, so it's pretty cool that Subriel Matias gets a homecoming, you can say, fight. The last one I can remember to this magnitude was Danny Garcia against, who was it, Herrera?
Yeah.
Uh, remember, Danny Garcia was struggling to speak Spanish to his people at the end of the fight and all that. Uh, but I think, this is going to be 100% Puerto Rican pro Subriel Matias fight. He's a quote unquote real Puerto Rican, right? I don't know if they're claiming Danny Garcia like that, but um, yeah, I'm excited. I think it ends in a knockout, and I'm excited to see what's next. I don't want to disrespect Leon Paro, but come on, man, 20-0, 20 KOs. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah. Again, you're not saying anything crazy, Gio. Again, it's hard to bet against a guy that has, and it's not like that every opponent avenge that loss. It's hard, man. It's tough. What percentage of a chance do you give a Liam Paro?
Man, if he can box, 25%, I'd say 25, and I think that's very respectable. I'm not sure if you have it somewhere close to that.
I think when it's I don't want to say it's a mismatch because Liam Paro may very well box very well in the early rounds, but you just see him being broken down. So I would say 22%, 22%. I think he'll fight very well early on, but again, I think just the pressure will be too much. Um, I think Matias, knows how to cut off the ring much better than other fighters, and I think he will break him down. But yeah, man, if Liam Paro were to somehow get a victory, I'll be one of the first to say like, hey, I underestimated this guy much better than he is. But at this point, right now, with Matias seeing what he's done the last 5 to 7 years, like you said, Gio, a lot of guys have been quiet. Normally champions don't stay too quiet when they got those belts. But yeah, man, there's a reason why a lot of them haven't wanted to fight Matias.
Yeah, and Subriel, he's 32 years old. I think this is where the big fights start coming. Obviously 140 stack division. You still got Tofimo. You still got Devin Haney, Gervonta. I don't even know where he's fighting. But they seem to put him up in that 140-pound division. Ryan Garcia, I'm not sure if he'll stay at 140, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting division. Um, and let's not spend too much time on here. Let's keep it moving. Big Bro saying Jai Opataya is also Australian. Um, Campos saying we should put some money. He's trying to bet over here, trying to put up some money. Adi says I'll put up the same money that AB got for his last fight. A $10 GameStop credit.